Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really does help the channel out with the YouTube algorithm. And today we're having a look at the Garmin Varia RTL515. So let's do this thing. So before we head over to the bench to have or unbox the actual unit itself, get some things out the way. I bought the unit myself, so I'm not sponsored by Garmin, or they didn't send me the unit for testing, so the opinions are my own. And then a little bit of history on this actual unit itself. It was actually initially first invented by 3 South Africans. They formed a company called Ikuba. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Ikuba, yeah, something like that. And they tried to do a bit of crowdfunding to actually launch the product and get going with it, but they were actually unsuccessful. But Garmin then eventually actually bought the company from them, and as a result of that, they developed this radar system over here. So what is it actually? Well, it's a light. You get different versions of this, one without a light, one with a light, and then one with the camera, and also one the same like this without the Bluetooth. This has the Bluetooth on it. The main thing of this is it's a radar unit. So what does it actually mean? It means it's going to actually send radar out from this unit, shooting backwards, and then detect any cars coming your way and notify you that the cars are coming. It will not, I'm going to get this right out the gate, tell you, it's not going to tell you how close the car is actually going to pass you. It's just a warning to let you know that cars are approaching you, so that you can basically either hold your line or take note if you have mirrors and stuff to look at those things. So you don't continually need to turn back and look and see if cars are coming. I'm pretty guilty of doing that. And one thing about turning back, as I've noticed, if you don't practice it, and you turn back like that, what is the first thing you do? You actually veer out in the direction that your head's going to turn out. So you're actually turning into the car while you're actually trying to see if there's a car, you're turning in the car's way. So it's actually quite dangerous. These units are actually quite expensive, in my opinion. This one in South Africa cost about 4,000 Rand. Luckily I got it on special for about 3,000 Rand, but it's all relative. This thing saves your life once, the cost is irrelevant. So let's go to the workbench and unbox this unit. Okay, and like I said, this unit was actually developed by, or initially conceived by 3 South Africans, but I think we need to give it to Garmin for actually seeing the potential in a device like this and actually taking it to market and taking it the next step forward. Otherwise, we would never have actually seen this unit. Okay, looking at the box, mine's got a ugly little sticker on here, but okay, we'll take the plastic off here, which is probably causing quite a bad reflection at the moment. So if we have a look at the back of the box, this is the unit that, as I said earlier, that's got the Bluetooth on it. It's got some more information on the back here. We can just have a look at that. As I mentioned earlier, it's got Bluetooth and ANT over there. It's got, well, it supports the Edge Garmin units. I think it supports a whole lot of actual head units themselves. It's got an app. You can install it on your phone. If you ride with a phone and you want to use it that way, you can actually use it to detect when the cars are coming. And that shows you how bright it actually is. So the flashing of that unit is over 60 lumen, and the night flash is about, let's say, 30 peloton. So that's when you're riding in a group, it's going to sort of dim. And then solid is 20 lumen itself. It reckons up to 16 hours of battery life, but I can tell you now with my research that that is only on daylight flashing. If you got that on full on all the time, you're not going to get 16 hours out of the unit. You can also run the unit without the light, and that should also extend the battery life. So nothing special with the box, although I must say Garmin always has Very nice packaging, so they obviously know how to do their marketing pretty well. So let's just open it up. Actually a very attractive box, this grey and the white. Okay, so inside the box we've got your instruction manual. We've got a whole lot of mounts that the unit can use. And if you subscribe, the next couple of videos I've bought another 2 mounts that are actually solid mounts that don't connect via these rubber bands. I'll be using those, testing them out. So yeah, subscribe, and then I'll be going over those and see how those work. You've got a USB cable for charging, and then you've got the unit itself over here. Okay, so looking at the unit, just unwraps here. Okay, there you go, it comes out. It's got the standard quarter turn Garmin connector, so that actually goes into your mounts over here. I'll just take one of them out before we go through the mounts. There you go, so that'll actually just go on like that. Twist it, and then it's connected like that. And it is quite a solid connection at that. The mount, you get the mount with obviously the quarter turn twist on it, and then you get a whole lot of different rubber brackets depending on what type of seat post you've got. You've got an aero seat post, a D seat post, and then I think, although this is probably the D seat post, and then a normal seat post is over here. It then comes with the O-rings, the standard O-rings, as Garmin does with its mount stuff. You just click it in there. Or let's use the bigger one. Clips in there, goes around the post, clips on the other side, and secures it to the seat post. I bought another 2 units, as I mentioned earlier, that actually fit a little bit differently because I didn't think this would be secure enough. But actually having a look at this unit, I mean, this is quite a solid bracket here. And once you fit your required adapter in there, I don't think you're going to have any issues there, but I'll also be testing that just to check that out. Let's have a quick look at the manual. So there we go, the manual itself is quite extensive with quite a few illustrations to demonstrate how the actual unit works. On the back here as well, just demonstrates charging, how to switch it on, how to pair it, and then once again how to connect the bracket to the seat post. It's also got an important information here to indicate that when you install this, it must be a certain height off the wheel, otherwise the radar beams are going to be obstructed by the wheel itself. You also do get a separate unit if you do not have the head unit, which you can install itself. I don't know, I've never seen this unit before, and or if it's even available in my country, so I won't really be looking at that. But what it's saying is your standard GPS unit, the sides of the screen will change color, and then a little white dot will indicate the position of the car coming past or approaching you, and the white dot comes closer and closer and closer until it actually passes you. It'll make another audio sound, and I think these, as far as I remember, these go green again, and the car passes to let you know that everything is safe. If you look at the actual app itself, it's a similar type of idea. It shows you the cars coming or approaching you, just on a different type of display. So let's have a look at the unit, how much it weighs. It's actually not as big as I thought it would be. I can just get a tape measure quickly. It's about 40 millimeters by just under 100 millimeters long and 20 millimeters wide. I've seen some other reviews where they indicate that this is quite wide. I mean, if I look at my other light over here, I mean, the actual size of it is fairly similar here if you look at the depth of the unit, and the height is the same. The only difference is obviously this is a lot bigger over here compared to my standard light. Okay, so just to weigh the unit, it weighs 71 grams, which is quite respectful. Let's just see how much my other unit weighs, for interest's sake. 52 grams, so there's actually not much of a penalty there, which I'm actually quite happy with. I'm going to just say again, it's a very nice looking unit. It's got the word Garmin on the side here, and then on the back here is your charging port, the USB cable, and then to switch it on at the top you press over here. But just to summarize what the unit actually is, it's a radar device to help you or notify you that there are cars approaching so that you can take action, hold your line. It's not going to once again tell you how close that car is from you. In other words, from the side of you, it's going to let you know how far the unit or the car is from the back of you. It's going to detect cars for up to 140 meters away. It will not detect other bicycles riding with you or any object riding with you at the same speed. It's not going to detect objects moving away from you, which you obviously don't want either. This is a safety device. It's going to help you. I think it's going to give you or give myself more confidence out there on the road when I'm cycling, especially on, I don't really cycle a lot on tar roads and that, but when I do cycle on tar roads and even gravel roads, because when you're cycling on a gravel road, I don't often come across many cars, and maybe that in itself is a problem because you're not looking out for them, whereas this can give you just that a bit of a warning. I don't need to keep looking behind me to see if there's something coming. It's going to notify me that there is something coming. And as I said, it's a safety device. The price is actually irrelevant. Like I say, this thing only has to save your life once, and then no one's going to care about the price. So guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.